So, I watched one game for the Minnesota Lynx, and that was Sunday when they played the Washington Mystics. And let's get into what I've noticed so far with them in that one game. Now, we all know they don't have a legitimate point guard because they waived both point guards that they had, being Lasia Clarington, the veteran, and Crystal Dangerfield, the reigning Rookie of the Year. They waived them as part of the 6 players they waived prior to the start of the season. So, now the season's starting, they have no legitimate point guard. They have basically Rachel Banham, who's more of a 2-guard, running the point guard spot. She did okay being a primary ball handler, but I think if you had a real point guard that would get her open for shots. She's more of a shooter, in my opinion. Like, that's what Cheryl Reese has her there in Minnesota for. To get open, shoot jumpers, to fly to the corners and shoot the 3. But having her as the primary ball handler in the starting lineup, I'm not in agreement with. Also, Aerial Powers is a great player, but to me in that game, she was forcing her offense. Granted, she's probably like the offensive weapon probably for them, other than Sylvia Files, maybe Andrew McCoughtry. She's a dynamic player. She can get it done on both ends of the court. But for me, she was trying to get her offense going, and maybe the first 2 or 3 shots, it was fine. But then as the Mystics started building the lead, it just seems like she was just overdoing it instead of just in the flow of the game trying to get shots up. And then there were some shots she took where she could have passed the ball out to, I believe, Rachel Banham on one play and Odyssey Sims on another play. Cheryl Reese bringing Odyssey Sims back to Minnesota is a great thing. It's amazing because for me, if I'm Cheryl Reese, I would be starting Odyssey Sims at the point guard. If that's the case, I would be starting her at the point guard. I would go Odyssey Sims, then Rachel Banham. Then I would go a small forward. I would probably go Angel McCoughtry, Aerial Powers, then Sylvia Files. I would bring Jessica Shepard off the bench. She started for them. And Odyssey Sims came off the bench. Jessica Shepard showed she can step out and shoot the 3. She's definitely going to get in there and bang and rebound and give you high energy. So I'm cool with that. But for me, they need more offense than defense at this point. Mind you, they're without Kayla McBride, who's still overseas with that commitment, which she should be coming back, I believe, in June. And then you have Damaris Dantas, that's, I believe, still out with the foot injury. And then you have Nafisa Collier, who's out with her pregnancy. And you really don't know when exactly Nafisa Collier is going to be able to come back into the fold after having her child. She said that she's been exercising and everything so that her goal is to come back and play this season. As we all know, this is Sylvia Files' last season. And Nafisa Collier made it an emphasis that she wants to come back and play with Sylvia Files in her last season. So, we shall see how long it takes for Nafisa Collier to come back after her pregnancy Congratulations to Sylvia Fowles. On Sunday, she entered the club of 6,000 points. She's now one of 13 WNBA players to do that. Reigning Defensive Player of the Year. I think for the Minnesota Lynx, when they get Kayla McBride back, you get Damaris Dantas back. And whenever you get Nafisa Collier back in the mix of things, you get 3 players back that can go and get their own shot. I think that's pretty much now what they're missing. They're missing right now with the team that they have. Sylvia Fowles can go get her own shot. Anna McCauley can go get her own shot. For me, Ariel Powers is better when somebody is setting her up to shoot and then she going to go get her own shot, in my opinion. For me, her defense can fuel her offense also. I just think these are things that after your first game or so of playing, these are things you have to look at. I would go for a more experienced ball handler and Odyssey Sims over Rachel Banham. Odyssey Sims had some good passes and some good scoring opportunities, which I think she had an and-one play that Ariel Powers set her up for. So that's why I say Odyssey Sims starting at point guard, to me, is a better situation for the Minnesota Lynx. Banham coming in and just having to be a scorer, I think, is a better situation for her. But if this is what Cheryl Reese is going to rock with, and bringing Odyssey Sims off the bench to be the offense off the bench, I'm not against it, because they also bring Stephanie Talbot off the bench. And she can shoot the 3, she can shoot the mid-range, and she can defend some. So, I guess Cheryl Reese is just trying to find the balance with the players that they have right now. I'm gonna keep an eye out. Players from overseas are coming back slowly but surely. So I'll wait for an update when Kayla McBride will make her Minnesota debut. I know I saw on Twitter that she said she can't wait to get back with her team. So hopefully that will be very soon. I feel as though the Minnesota Lynx has some pieces that they just got to figure out the lineups. Once they figure out the lineups and get the chemistry together and where this person needs the ball, how this person needs to get the ball, and how the offense is going to be ran, I think they'll be all right as a team.